we're getting it. Look, here it comes. You're still doing great, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Here you go. Here's your baby.
It's a boy.
This program examines dermatological conditions and the procedures involved with treating them. Due to the graphic nature, viewer discretion is advised.
One of the key considerations for any tumor case is recurrence.
Yes.
So we've got to make sure we get a good margin.
Right.
And we want to contain that tumor in all of the tissue that we excise, that we take out.
When removing this bump, we don't want it to certainly come back, and we don't really even know what this is. So we want to remove it entirely so we can at least ensure that it is all out.
Okay, here we go. You can see the vessels, but it's a pretty vascular tumor, and we're seeing that already.
So you would say that that's pretty rare to get in the hand?
Oh, this is
Yes.
this is the 1 in 20 year kind of a thing. This is very unusual. Okay, start going into the minefield. So if Gerald's tumor is not well encapsulated, that abnormal tissue can spread out throughout the normal tissues of the hand. That means it's tougher to get rid of it. The soft tissues of his hand could suffer if we have to take that out, otherwise it's coming back.
It's just right under there.
Thankfully, it looks like a great capsule. This is really good
great.
news.
When Dr. Lilly says there's a good capsule, that's a good thing. It's like a really well-contained ball under the skin. It wasn't something that was going to become a mess.
But I want to make sure we get those nerves identified.
How does a nerve look compared to a vein?
A vein is kind of purple, kind of red, dark blood, blood that's
Nerve
lacks
is really
oxygen.
white, right? Like that.
Yeah, and it's a white, pale yellow, and on the back of the finger, it's super small. And we got to take our time and just kind of protect them as much as we can.
Like glass noodles.
That's right. Okay, so we've got something going on in here. This is the hard part. This is the middle of the minefield. Wow.
What are you saying? Wow, there's a vessel there?
That looks like a nerve.
Nerve right there.
Is it stuck to the base a little bit more? There's
Well,
some massive little vessels there? Maybe
It may wrap around quite a bit.
One of the concerns that Dr. Lilly has is preserving the nerves that Gerald has here. If you sever any of these nerves, you could lose sensation, you could lose movement in the finger.
That nerve seems to provide sensation to this skin. That nerve doesn't matter.
We don't need
This
it.
skin
Yes.
is going bye-bye.
Yes.
Some of these nerves are actually optional. The one to the fingertip is not optional. So let's find that guy before we take this out. It can be nerve-wracking to be taking apart someone's hand and putting it back together, and you worry about accidents happening. It can be like a minefield. It can be like an unexploded bomb. Is it the red wire? Is it the blue wire? So I don't want to interfere or injure the nerve on the palm side of his finger, as that could lead to numbness at the fingertip and his inability to feel things when he pinches or grasps. So this is the nerve to the tumor. Get rid of that. And that really helps that connection.
Almost there.
Okay.
Look at that. That looks
We're
good right
making
there.
good progress.
Blue vessels look threatening, though. They look so like varicosities, you know?
Yep.
Like big veins.
And their source is somewhere in here.
Tortuous.
It's
Yeah.
really proximal. It's kind of in the toughest spot to get to. Boy, the last part's going to be the toughest with that artery. Wow. That's crazy. So this is the tricky part. We're down to the final pedicle. And if I cut too much, I'll be cutting into the normal artery, and it's a disaster.
If Dr. Lilly severs some of these nerves around this bump, Gerald could lose movement in his middle finger. He could lose sensation, and that is a tough thing to deal with for the rest of your life.
That's amazing. Take a picture of that.
I should have done it in the office.
I know. With a kitchen knife?
That's pretty. So your vote for this tumor, what are you thinking?
I think it's some type of hamartoma. It's multiple tissue types that don't belong in the finger that have just started growing. There may be some bone. Maybe it's an angioma with fibrous tissue, so maybe a choristoma.
A choristoma.
Yeah. We'll see, we'll see.
Neither of us really are sure what this is. We've never really seen anything quite like this, and you need to see what kinds of cells are there to really get a firm diagnosis. You also need to see what cells are there to see whether there are benign or malignant cells there. We really need to depend on pathology to get a diagnosis.
Now you have to trim out the excess and create some good flaps. We need to make it look pretty. And I want to put the division of the glabrous and non-glabrous skin, the sweaty and the palmar skin,
So it looks natural,
hair-bearing
looks real, right?
and
Okay.
non-hair-bearing skin naturally.
Especially in him, he's darker, he has a difference in the color.
Yeah, we
So
wanna
to make
get
sure
that
you
to
don't want it, it's a
match.
little distracting if he had some of his palmar skin on the top of his hand. You would be able to see that.
And make sure we get a good color match. Whenever we take out a tumor this size, we want to make sure we restore that balance. And if we can keep the scar on the very side of his finger, it optimizes his function and minimizes stiffness.
That's good. That looks excellent.
Let's wake him up.
While you're finishing up almost, I'm gonna play with this a little bit. I wanna see what's in there. That was fascinating.
Have fun.
Looks like portobello mushroom. You see that substance? It's like strawberry jam or something.
Again with the food analogies.
I know, I'm sorry. What else does it look like? Oh, look, that's even, see, this is like almost like a coagulated blood there. That was darker right in there. It's kind of gross sticking my finger in there, actually. It's like very cold and blech. Oops. Thank God I didn't take that stuff out. Look at that. It's very like sticky. So it's like a sack of fibrous tissue, I'd say. That is gross right there, sorry. All right, I'm done with that.
I've never seen anything with strawberry jam come out of it. It is so cool that Dr. Lilly was able to free this entire mass and not affect any of the important structures of Gerald's hand. Dr. Lilly is an amazing orthopedic hand surgeon. I can't thank him enough.
Well, you have a big heart to do this.
Thank you.
Juliet is here. She has a bunch of steatocystomas scattered on her neck and her chest. There's sort of like this oily, oil-filled, butter-filled cysts, and they just look ugly to her. She's anxious to get these removed, but there are a lot of veins in the neck, and those scalpels are razor sharp, so I have to be very precise.
Okay, first one, I'm gonna put one little nick in it. Here's your little oil too, see it?
Oh,
Julia definitely has steatocystomas, and they are really pretty ones. They look like they're coming out nice and pristine, like you would squeeze out some beautiful hand soap or some moisturizer into the palm of your hand.
I know you feel me pulling
I
it.
was
I'm
just
trying to
like,
get the
oh.
sack out. All right, 2 down.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna pierce this one, and then I'm gonna have you hold your mirror up. Ready? Take a look.
Okay. Oh,
My hands are gonna need a rest today. Right here.
well, it's a big one, huh?
It's bigger than some of the other ones. I was like a rubber band. Isn't it kind of cool?
Yes, that's amazing. So these are called Seattle Tacomas.
They are from you when they come out of you.
Right.
These are now Seattle Tacomas because you're from Seattle. But they're called Seattle. They're called Steatocystomas.
Seattle Steatocystoma.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, sorry. My
that's
expressions
good.
are probably like,
Oh, you should see some of the other people that watch it. They're like, oh, that one was amazing.
Yeah.
They're like gushing about them. Getting on a little roll, a little pop and roll.
Yeah.
Wait, look at this one. Hold on.
Oh.
See the birdseed? I speared it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm moving on to the other side.
I've been able to remove many of Juliet's steatocystomas, and I've even been able to tackle a lot of her eruptive vellus hair cysts. It's very satisfying to see them like bloop, pop out of the skin.
Okay, one right here. This is a bigger one if you want to watch this one. I can feel it under there.
Oh. Oh,
It really-
my.
you can feel it like just deflate in your hands.
Wow.
Doesn't it look like really good, expensive soap?
Yes.
Like
Maybe we should
expensive?
make that and
Telling you,
market it.
girl. Okay, I got like 3 smaller ones and then that bigger one, and then we're good. Okay, one last one back here before we do that row of them.
I finally gotten to the biggest Steatocystoma that Juliet has. I really want to avoid this vein, so I need to find a way to get out the Steatocystoma by maybe pushing this vein gently aside, just really treating it with a lot of respect and making sure that I don't go anywhere near it with anything sharp.
Okay, I'm gonna do this little caterpillar one, okay?
Okay.
Let me raise it up from back here first, okay?
Are there, ooh.
There's one. And then another one here. Not go too deep. Three.
Oh, that's huge.
You missed the veins, that's good. I think I got them all.
I got the Steatocystoma, I avoided the vein, and I'm gonna just pat myself on the back. She has these little linear scars, and she's gonna be okay with those, I think, because there definitely are an improvement compared to what she had before. I think she's gonna heal well, and she's gonna be really happy.
And here are your little bird seeds. Like there's 3 of them that I got intact, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go smush them under the slide, okay?
Okay.
Yes, I'm a dork, but one of my favorite things is when I remove one of these eruptive vellus hair cysts, I like to show people what they look like under the microscope because I think it's so cool that somebody had this little piece of birdseed in their body that has all these little coiled up hairs inside.
Okay, so you can see it from up here. That's the slide, it's smashed down. You see all those little hairs? And they're kind of wound in here. All right, let's go show her this.
I think what happens is that these sac walls are derived from vellus hair cyst cells. So instead of like an epidermoid cyst that sheds skin cells into it, these shed vellus hairs into them.
Okay, you wanna see your little hairy friends?
I do.
See the little hairs under there?
That's me?
Yep, that's you under the slide. We smushed them down. There's even a swirl like right here.
I mean, and they were so small.
It's
And look at all that. That's amazing.
I'm glad I could help you, and they already look way
Thank
better.
you. I know. You've really changed my life. But you
you.
have no idea. I had someone telling me for years that nobody would ever accept me because of these. So
That's terrible.
it is, but now they're
But
gone.
now they're gone.
So
Now the world is your oyster.
yes.
I adore you.
Oh, I feel amazing. It's like a switch just flipped for me. Dr. Lee changed 25 years of my life like that and just made everything so much better. My ex can't hurt me anymore. I'm back. So there's my little dance.
Whoa. Did you hear it talking to us?
Lita's here with a huge lump on her leg. I'm hoping it's a lipoma, and I'm also hoping it's not under her muscle because that means I wouldn't be able to remove it completely. The best thing about her bump is that it's almost singing to me. It's like getting prepared for its removal, like me, 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 me.
I heard something.
It is. It's like talking to us. It's a lipoma.
It is.
Yeah. But he's just talking to us. Because there's like little nooks and crannies that part of it is your regular tissue and part of it's like lipoma. So it's like a talkative one.
Are you serious?
It looks like Lita's lump is a lipoma, and I'm happy to tell her that. Sometimes there are squeaking noises. It's just skin against skin, and there's air involved now that I've opened the area. I think that lipomas talk to me because they know who I am. They know I'm coming to get them. They say, help me! No, don't take me! I'm here in my fibrous band home.
Use these little bands that keep it stuck in there. I'm just gonna tear a little bit of it off. I feel like sometimes when you get these ones that are wedged in here, if I loosen it a little bit, a lot of times it'll ease out then.
I think I see why Lita was concerned that this could be more deeply attached to her because I think that these fibrous bands sort of tethered the lipoma in place, and so when she moved, it would tug on these bands, and so she'd feel much more movement or discomfort or potential pain.
You okay? Oh, I'm hurting you? That hurt there? Sorry, darling.
As I'm laying here and feeling a lot of fear, anxiety, it's overwhelming.
He's just, am I hurting you?
Yeah.
What happened? I'm pulling?
I know that Lita is really nervous about her surgery, so I know I need to speak up and draw her into a conversation so she stops thinking about what's going on at the moment.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
I sing.
You do?
Yeah.
Sing something to your lipoma.
Why should I feel discouraged? I love music because it does soothe and it relaxes and it calms everything down. When Jesus is my portion, and I know He watches me.
That was just beautiful. You have a gorgeous voice. And we now know you didn't lose it by losing your lipoma.
Right.
We wouldn't want to blame it on that. And upside down, yes.
Lita has an amazing voice. I know I was initially just trying to get her to speak, to ease her nerves, but to get to be blessed with an amazing song like that, it really makes the surgery more pleasurable, and it just makes us all have a little more fun.
All right, you ready to see it?
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it's not there anymore. This thing has plagued me daily. I don't even know how to describe it. It's amazing. I was carrying all that around in me.
I know.
Now I can be excited about getting married and walking down the aisle and our wedding night. I wanted it to be perfect, and now it will be. Now it will be.
I want to see wedding pictures. You better.
I will. Goodbye, lipoma. You've gone away.
Okay, you shouldn't feel anything other than us touching you and pushing on you, okay?
Okay. I'm super nervous. The only thing that's stopping me from leaving this office is I really want this lump off of my leg.
Okay, let's see what you've been hiding that's grown to be 10 years old now. So, you have a very pretty lipoma.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to loosen it up, okay?
Okay.
It's kind of adherent to you. It is in these little tunnels stuck.
Heather's bump is a lipoma, and that's a good thing because that means it's benign, but it is much deeper than it initially looks, sort of like an iceberg. It really does project under the surface of the skin.
I'm just pulling it out from its little cavities that it's in, but it's slippery. I mean, he's just hanging on for his dear life, and it's almost all the way out. It's heavy. I think that's it, just attached by this. It's like it's attached by the umbilical cord now. Ready to catch it, okay? All right, catch it, catch. It's heavy. It's gone.
Hooray! Thank you.
That is gonna be beautiful. See how it's gonna tuck right into her inner thigh? I don't think it's gonna keloid right there.
Okay. Nice.
I really tried to design this closure to keep the skin as loose as possible. I really don't want the stitches to have too much pull or tension on them because I do think that that can help promote the development of a keloid.
Oh my goodness. It looks amazing. I am looking at the mirror and it feels awesome.
It kind of looks like a jellyfish.
Oh my God, that's huge. This morning I was freaking out, but Dr. Lee did put my mind at ease about not forming a keloid.
Let's see how much it weighs here. 2.10.
Wow, that's huge.
This bump was kind of deceiving because it was much bigger than it looked like on the outset. I mean, it was as if this lipoma was wrapped around her entire thigh. It was hiding in there.
Thanks for leaving a part of yourself with us.
No problem. I haven't felt this excited in so long. I'm looking forward to going out into the world and showing my children a good role model. I don't have anything to hide anymore.
Okay, here's Big Mama. Make sure nothing's ever hurting you, okay?
Okay.
We're here with Rhonda. She has 7 big bumps on her scalp. One of them in particular is unusually large. And so that has its own complications that I have to make sure I address. She also has this really interesting horny growth. Could this actually be a skin cancer? I need to take this off and get a good idea or a good feel of what this is. I really have to approach this systematically and just make sure that each one is in good condition before I proceed to the next.
It's like you're deciding whether you want to pop this balloon or not. One little cut too deep and it's gonna spill out.
It's always risky removing a cyst of this size, especially on the scalp. The scalp is extremely vascular, and so if you get a little blood vessel that bleeds, sometimes it's hard to see where it's bleeding and hard to stop the bleeding. So that always complicates things and can slow you down.
Just treating it with some mad respect, let me tell you. This thing is like your old friend. Guess what? He's gone.
Really? Oh
Big
my
Mama's
gosh,
gone.
That's so awesome.
I was able to remove Rhonda's biggest cyst, but I'm not done yet because I need to cauterize the wound edges well and make sure there's no excessive bleeding. And she's still got 6 more cysts for me to remove, including that really unusual one, that horny one that's growing on top of her head.
I'm gonna just shift positions here. Just gonna wiggle you around, okay? Some of these you gotta wrestle with.
I got the big cyst out now, so that's great, but of course, a smaller one is posing a little more of a problem. Sometimes the smallest, most innocuous looking cyst can cause you the most problems.
All right.
That one made a little kissy sound when it came
Yeah,
out.
it did. Little suction.
Yep. This one looks like it might have been a little banged up itself. It's kind of a little bit bumpy.
One of Rhonda's cysts is a little more on the bumpy side, and I think it has to do with the fact that the cyst wall on one side might be a little weaker, a little thinner, so when you blow the area up or you fill it up more, that weaker edge sort of herniates out and it creates a little knob.
That was so close. I almost dropped it on her arm, her real arm. Now I think I lost a little trust in her.
The trust is still intact.
Yes, oh good.
It's such a relief to finally have an obedient cyst, and now I can finally tackle the last bump on her head. It's the one that looks like a horse's hoof. It definitely looks different than the rest, and it might be my biggest obstacle yet.
You okay here?
Yeah.
Okay, just let me know if anything hurts. I think I numbed it up well now. It's wedged in there.
When I remove this cyst, the things that I don't want to see, which could mean something bad, if the skin was really mushy or broken down, if there's a lot of bleeding easily, if the skin looks more cancerous, it looks more injected with blood vessels and just angry and ugly. So I'm really interested in seeing what happens when I knock this horn off.
All right, how am I gonna get this thing out of there, huh? This thing's like wedged in there. What the heck? Yeah, it's like it's stuck to your head. Can't be stuck to your brain because there's a skull in the way. Ay, ay, ay. Calling it a horse hoof because what the heck? This thing is rock hard. This one is like, maybe we'll just keep this one on you.
Oh,
No, just kidding. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, I almost have it off. Oh my gosh, he's almost there. You're gonna have to change your height on your driver's license now.
I know, right?
That's a hoof. That's it.
Yay.
This surgery was certainly risky and difficult, and I was able to remove the horn completely, but I'm still not convinced that this is not a skin cancer. So I'm taking a portion of tissue and sending it for pathology to get a formal diagnosis, and I should have the results for Rhonda in a couple weeks.
Here, you stay like that, and I'm gonna give you a mirror. We put numbing and there's swelling around it, but they should flatten up. They look very bumpy right now. They're not gonna be that bumpy, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Top of your head too, that one's more bumpy. I have to pull that one tight.
Wow, that looks
See the sides
so
too?
awesome. This looks so great.
It looks really good.
Yes, it does.
And it's not there yet even. It's just
You are
too...
amazing. I was so excited that she didn't have to shave my head, so I won't have any bald spots. I'm excited about that. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Wow. That is so crazy. It feels so weird. The bump on the top of my head, she sent off to get tested. I hope that it comes back good, but I am still nervous about that.
All right, let's see what you got under here.
Let's reveal the secret.
Paul came in to see me because he has this giant bump on his back. He's pretty sure that it's due to his sciatic nerve injections. I'm not really convinced about that. But I don't know whether this is a buffalo hump or a lipoma. I'm always hoping for a lipoma that pops up nicely.
Okay, it is a lipoma for sure,
Good deal.
but I'm just trying to get it out of its little,
Pocket.
the little pockets, exactly.
I can now tell this is a lipoma because I can see that there is this fat pocket area that looks like it's separate from the rest of the body. If this was a dorsocervical fat pad, you would just see regular fat.
I feel some fibrous bands keeping it in place.
Being stubborn.
You gotta romance it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, you gotta wine and dine it.
Yes. The lipoma, I had to wine and dine.
There you go.
This lipoma's been there for 10 years, so it's really made itself a nice little cozy home and it doesn't want to leave. It has really found all these nooks and crannies. There's a lot of fibrous tissue keeping it bound in place, so I have to really massage this lipoma out. Thankfully, Paul is really good-natured, and so he makes my job a lot easier.
I can't even grab it because it tears. I feel like I'm scooping his out. Where's my big serving spoon when I need it? Look at your hand, you got little pieces everywhere.
Been catching it. This is definitely the messiest.
We're gonna have to check our clothes after this, make sure we don't tuck any lipoma in my pocket or something.
Well, it's official, the messiest lipoma ever.
You know, have you ever pulled the cheese off the top of pizza?
Yep.
That's what it looks like. We're taking the mozzarella out now.
You know, every day we find new foods to compare.
Can we have pizza for lunch?
I often can't help but make food comparisons during surgery because it's all organic. It all reminds us of food. It just becomes like second nature. It doesn't bother you. I can talk about something like egg salad and then I can eat an egg salad sandwich right after too, no problem.
What kind of work do you do?
I deliver campers, RVs, motorhomes.
Really? You know what? I want an RV that's a Dr. Pimple Popper pop-up. And I want it when we roll around to have a pimple on top that bops up and down and has like stuff shooting out of it.
There you go.
Yeah, and then I drive around the country and have a Pimple Popper pop-up. Okay, done. And look, his neck is back.
I got a neck.
You do. All right, let's fix you up. Even though the lipoma itself was a little complicated, we conquered it, and now you're left with a little smile.
Well, got a smile in my heart also.
Although his lipoma was a total mess, I couldn't ask for a more wonderful and good-natured patient. So it was really nice to be able to put a little smile on his back instead of a heavy weight.
Here, you want to look at yourself?
Oh my gosh. Totally gone.
I'm ecstatic. I've actually got something removed that's been a burden for years. And I'm gonna be a lot safer on the road. Look at the flexibility. I couldn't do this before.
Took a hump and turned it into a smile.
The scar Dr. Lee left me with, she made a smile out of it. And she made a smile in my heart.
You're awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. I'm so grateful to her. It's like I'm reborn again. I've got my Paul Duke back that I lost years ago.
Okay, pill numbing right there.
Needles are not my friend.
Okay, one little baby pincher, just a baby pinch. That's it. So what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to cosplay.
Sounds like fun.
I can be a chatterbox. I like to talk to my patients and get to know them. And in this case, I use it to my advantage because it helps to calm the nerves of my patients if you get them thinking and talking about other things and what's going on. And I think in this case, it's working.
Okay. You should not feel anything other than us touching you, okay?
All right.
Just taking this little friend of yours off and keep as much of your normal ear as I can here. So.
I can hear it scraping.
Yes, I
That's
know.
so crazy.
Whenever I work on people's head, their scalp, or their ears in particular, the sound is amplified. You know, even if you kind of scratch your ear, you can hear yourself doing that inside too. You can hear that in your head, and sometimes that can freak people out.
I don't want this to come back, but I also don't want to increase the trauma here. There's a lot of factors I'm thinking about here.
Guess what? He's gone.
I removed the largest of the 4 keloids. It was probably the largest that I've ever removed. And I was surprised at how much it was actually attached to her ear. So I unfortunately had to take off more of the normal ear than I expected.
The key is like to have them not own you. You own them. And now there's time to go. Rent is up. Guess what? It's out of you.
Both of the keloids on Jennifer's left ear are now gone, but that was actually the easy part. I realize now that I've had to traumatize a good surface area of Jennifer's ears, and so what am I gonna do to try to fix this up? Because keloids are created by trauma, and the more that I traumatize the skin, the higher the risk is of a keloid growing back.
All right, let's hope this one's nicer to me.
This one is my oldest one.
Yeah. Better not be the grumpy one.
These are really more attached than I imagined. In fact, this one on her right ear may be going all the way through to the other side. I mean, it's affecting the helical rim, it's affecting the antihelix, and I'm afraid that it's gonna go clear through the ear from one side to the other. And that would be trouble if she had a big hole in her ear. I have no normal skin to patch that up.
We gotta take out some of this tissue under here. See, because we normally have cartilage there anyway, so that is what we know is normally there, but sometimes it's hard to discern. That is ready. Tuck something under there. That looks good, actually.
Luckily, this keloid did not go through her ear. Because it was 2 separate ones, I could remove it and still maintain this general shape of her ear, but now she's left with the area that has to heal by secondary intent, meaning letting it heal from the underside and from the sides, and slowly these new skin cells are gonna grow and cover that area. It's gonna take a few months, but it will get there.
This is the issue that I have right here. I might need to do like a little graft right there of tissue from this tissue that I removed on you. I gotta just recreate your ear here.
Sometimes when you want to successfully close a wound, you need to do a graft. A graft is when you take tissue from somewhere else in the body, completely detach it, but then use it to patch up another area. And in this case, that's what we're doing. And I think that's really important in Jennifer's case on her left ear, because we want to maintain the shape of her normal earlobe. If I somehow distort her helical rim, which is that outside edge of her earlobe, it's much more noticeable.
Let's show it to you. Let me tilt you up a little bit more.
Okay.
This was a really complicated, very challenging and intricate surgery, and I'm still worried about the amount of trauma that I've created on her ear, but I know she's gonna be really pleased with the results.
All right, we're gonna give you a mirror here, okay?
Oh my God.
They're gone, though. That
I
makes
know.
a huge difference, girlfriend.
I feel like half my face is missing.
It took up half your face. You look amazing. But you're okay with that? See how that ear's a little smaller?
Yeah, I see it.
It's
okay.
actually really cute.
I
It's got a
actually- I
little
kinda like it,
personality.
yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think if anyone's gonna like it, you're gonna accept it.
Just seeing myself without the keloids just made me. I forgot what I looked like. I forgot that I could feel so good about myself. I can't believe it's gone. It's so crazy. I probably haven't been this happy in like probably 15 years. I actually feel like I'm really confident. Like I feel like I could take on the world.
Let's see how much they weigh. 14 ounces, pretty much.
Jeez. I love it. I actually do. I really like it.
Yes.
I'm really happy with how Jennifer's ears look now, but I do know that the more trauma that I've created on her ears, the more chance of a keloid returning. But I think I have an idea of what I can do to help minimize the recurrence of a keloid.
There's a device that we have here that we use it to apply superficial radiation therapy to the area, okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna submit the focused areas to radiation, and that can help to really keep these away.
Radiation therapy is one of the ways we can help prevent keloids from returning. But there is a 24-hour period I have to wait before administering the first dose, so we'll send her home and we'll see her tomorrow.
I really don't want him to come back.
I don't want him to come back either, and this is the best way to do that. So I'm gonna put a little numbing here, okay? So you might feel just a little initial pinch here.
What Margarita has could be an epidermal nevus. It could also be something called a sebaceous nevus. These both look pretty similar. These are growths that are conditions of the hair follicle. They often occur on the scalp, and so hair doesn't grow in that area, so you have this bald patch of this cauliflower floret-like growth on the scalp, so they can be ugly and a source of embarrassment.
Okay. I'm just gonna tape your ear forward a little bit. Okay, you ready for this to be gone?
I am so
So ready, huh?
Get him.
Yep, go get them, right. I'm just marveling at the fact that you have spent so much time anguishing over this. One little grape cluster. Okay, next one. This hangs on like from a little stalk here, this one. This is number 2. You feeling a little lighter? I've almost got it all. I'm gonna take off this little bottom portion that's a little more raised.
I do my best to try to get under this growth and remove it completely so it doesn't have a chance of coming back.
Done. Can't believe you're done.
Margarita's been dealing with this growth that has caused her so much embarrassment, so much distress in her life. So it was really nice that I could get rid of it within minutes.
Can I show it to you?
Definitely. Oh my God. I can't even describe the feeling. Not having that anymore, I just went speechless. It was overwhelming. Is it really gone?
Yeah, you wanna see it? It's here.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Look at all that wasted time you had stressing about this.
Wow. I can't believe it. I had this nevus behind my ear for 46 years, all my life, and in 20 minutes, Dr. Lee took it off. It's gone. Before I had sad tears, now they're happy tears. I'm so happy.
Okay, let's see if this is what I think it is. I think it's a lipoma, but you never know.
Kevin is here. He has a pretty big bump on his hip. I really think it's a lipoma, which is benign, but I think that he's a perfect example of somebody who has a benign growth that really affects his life. He stopped working out, it affects his work, and it clearly affects him emotionally.
And it's a lipoma. Now I'm just gonna woman handle it, okay?
Oh.
Weird?
Yeah, weird.
Am I hurting you?
No,
Just pulling, like,
yeah.
you know what that feels like? You'll never feel it. It's like a C-section. When someone's delivering a baby and it feels like you're tugging, but you can't feel anything painful.
Yeah.
I know, I've been there, done that. We're getting it. Look, here it comes. You're still doing great, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks awesome. You're almost done. Look, there he is. There he goes. Here he comes. This is the fun. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
A little pain, but I'm fine.
Oh, you're in pain? Tell me.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm fine.
This is it. This is it. You're done. We got it.
All right, so that's it?
See him?
It was huge.
It's pretty big. Think of all the new outfits you're gonna have to buy. You probably looked at things and tried on things and just said, because of this, I can't wear
I
this.
wear them, yeah. Shopping in the big and tall section.
Oh, really?
Now that Kevin has this bump removed, he can get healthy, he can get his confidence back. It's definitely a high friction area, pulling up and down your pants. So I really need to make sure this is stitched up nice and tight and there's no bulge there in his pants.
There you go.
You all stitched up?
Mm-hmm. It's just looser there. It's gonna tighten up. You can see. It's gonna be good. Right? Nice and flat. Looks good.
Feels awesome to get this thing finally removed. I feel like 1,000 pounds have been lifted off my shoulders, or off my hip.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2 pounds, 6 ounces. Losing 2.5 pounds, and I didn't even have to work out for it. It was awesome.
Here you go, here's your baby.
It's a boy. Very excited because I won't be stuck behind the desk at work anymore. I'll be able to go out back in the field and drive the tow trucks, be more active, get back working out, doing a lot of things I used to do before I had this lipoma. No more sitting inside, no more, just being a bump on the log, be a whole lot happier. I'm about to hit the streets hard again.